want to talk about today the shared things that we see in the world or the way we look at the world. So we're going to discuss four topics today: imperfection, aging, layering, and the last topic is the kind of difficult to describe things that you know are there but you cannot see.
Actually, I'm Korean. I was born and raised in Korea. I was a good student. I wanted to be perfect. More and more, I accepted I'm imperfect human being. And then the moment of imperfection, I felt freedom. And then I also felt who I am. And then that's me.
Because it's fine. The tape is fine. Like, why not? Why not have a piece of tape on your building? And so after that, I started to go into this journey now, which is kind of where my artistic practice is. It's kind of like breaking these conditions of what is right and what is not right, actually.
I love aging, but I also hate aging. aging. I'm getting old. Sometimes I love it or I hate it. And then in this gallery, they had a cracks on the floor. And then I used a tarp.
This is an exhibit last summer, and it took place in Gyeongdong-Sijang. The second I went into the space, like I could feel all these strange things that had layered over time, that only layers can create, that only time can create.
So one day I found a stone on the street. It was quite a big, but it was a moonlight. And then I found a round spot on the uh, on the rocks, the stone.
The curator had asked us to do a project exploring Hanok. And I come from outside of Korea, but when I first came to Korea, I was introduced to this concept of yun, or kind of a feng shui, which is kind of this energy within spaces. And then I was thinking, oh, if I can feel it, maybe everybody feels the same thing. So I had this idea, maybe I can visualize this. I could capture this feng shui. And I was thinking, okay, if I close my eyes and if I can feel the direction, they can feel it too. So we tried this, but it totally failed. Like if you look, the arrows are going in every possible direction, but it's not going in the same direction. After that, I think it's still a big theme in my work. Like whenever I go into space, like I can feel these things. And it does sound hokey pokey, but it is a big part of the thing. So I often sit in these spaces and I just wait for something to kind of tell me to do something, actually. Yeah, I don't think I have a like concrete inspiration, but it's similar to I have a daily practice, and sometimes I make these mistakes, and later these mistakes become something interesting, and I think that's kind of that gets me going. Like I think it's discovery through mistakes. I think.
Thinking, but is there something that you completely disagree with each other on?
And basically, the conclusion is, I can only trust her in this world, actually, which is kind of true, actually. So everything, if I want a real true opinion, and sometimes it hurts. And she's the only one I can ask.
Actually, I have two questions for you. As you were mentioning that sometimes your installations are spontaneous. So is it easy to come with an idea or?
I struggle with ideas a lot. I'm not a conceptual guy. I'm not a theoretical guy.
Yeah, we move to the States for a minute and then we come back here. Alex. Hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Thank you both. It was a very inspirational talk. I actually share the same aesthetic and, how.
Said regarding that you are not a typical good morning, good afternoon couple. Is it, could you explain more about it? Maybe in this artistic sense that you were.
We are quite similar but different, you know. But very strangely, the kind of the final project was quite similar in in some ways. Shape of Soul can be make up a similarity, but I think my life texture, and my life experience is quite different from him. So even though the shapes or some kind of atmosphere is quite similar, but the other part is different. So that makes the uniqueness, I think.
You mentioned the conception or the factual, post-factual.
Post-factual rationalization.
Okay, I like that. I think I'm totally the same.
So, but I think the shape, so that's the power of the visual things. That's a very, everybody can see something and feel something different or the same things because they have their own shape of soul, and then they have their own history. I'm a person who's wandering around the world and then searching for um many a lot of clues, like, and then I do something. But I think even though it looks quite different for me, it's a kind of one thing.
Did your art meet first or you met first?
We met first.
That it's actually we met first, but we very firstly noticed that, oh, he has a seed to want to make something new, and then actually I want it too, and then even actually we encouraged to each other to make or to create something. So that's how we grow up together. And then yeah, I think that's the life, right?